score is 106, and the Oklahoma City got 101, and Golden State Warriors got 106. Just want to let you know, Jesse. But the game ain't over yet. I'm gonna just give you a shout out. Hold on. Bam, bam. All right, I'll be back.
In 1931, Auguste Piccard became the first man to reach the stratosphere. Three decades later, his son Jacques became the first to reach the ocean's deepest point. What's your wild rabbit? Hennessy. Never stop, never settle.
It's time for some straight talk. If you've ever been lured in by a low-price wireless plan, then there's not enough high-speed data, or your bill is packed with overages and mystery fees, stop falling for it. With Straight Talk's Unlimited plan, you get America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks, no contract, no tricks, and 5 gigs of high-speed data for just $45 a month. It's time to ask yourself, why haven't I switched? Get a Samsung Galaxy S7 or bring your own phone. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
This has been astounding because the Warriors have come back on several occasions. They were down by as many as 13 early, but they have taken over the play in the fourth quarter. 7-0 run the last 2 minutes and 2 seconds. 14.3 to go in this fourth quarter. 5-point lead. The Golden State. Oh, Curry on the intercept. Curry with the intercept and the inbounds. Curry steals the ball and will head to the line. Now, he thought he was heading to the line. They have a foul again, and that's the foul. He held up 7 fingers indicating there will be a game 7.
How about that? Social media, everybody on steps in. Where is the MVP? Draymond Green said he didn't recognize that player that was in the game the other day, and he'll never see him again. The resiliency, the resilience, the fact that these guys stuck together, the heart. You have to give Golden State credit for coming in here and taking it. Nothing was given to him. And if you're OKC, it's going to be hard to sleep tonight because you let one go because you couldn't be as patient as the team coming in there with.
A lot of quick shots by Oklahoma City, particularly by their star players, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
OKC got 101, and Golden State Warriors got 107. And it's the fourth quarter, 8 seconds. It's the fourth quarter.
Silent. A new playoff career high for Klay Thompson, 41 points. He also equals his overall career high in terms of three-point shots with 11. That's an NBA playoff high. And Steph Curry with a sensational all-around game, particularly in the second half.
The tale of two teams. We see one team in Golden State that trusts the interdivisional play, even though when they were in slump, and also a team like OKC who didn't trust each other. Right here you can see Curry getting hot. It doesn't matter the percentages that he shot in this series. It only matters what you shoot tonight. And this man, Thompson, he was the catalyst. He kept his team single-handedly in the game long enough so the MVP could go back to work.
Chris, also Oklahoma City was 3 for 23 from the three-point line. They are not a particularly good three-point shooting team.
Even worse when they rush it and try to shoot threes off the dribble without the extra pass.
8.8 left. Waiters looking to throw in. Can't find anybody. The man kicked him out of bounds and a turnover. And Curry just runs it out. And that will do it in one of the shockers in terms of the come-from-behind effort that we have seen in the playoffs. This heads to a Game 7. Golden State coming back from a 3-1 deficit to tie the series at 3 1979 Washington Bullets against San Antonio, and the 1995 Houston Rockets against the Phoenix Suns. Now, Golden State still has to win on Monday night at Oracle in Oakland. We will have it all for you right here on TNT, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. The studio guys at 8 Eastern. The Warriors bouncing back from the 2 straight blowouts by Oklahoma City right here in this city. Let's go to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Marv. Clay, you told your coach after Game 5 you didn't want to go home. And you definitely didn't want to go home tonight.
None of us did, and I'm just so proud of everybody, man. We were down almost the whole game, and we never gave up, and just our resiliency paid off in the end.
Steph, what was the key to winning those last 6 minutes when you guys were down?
It was about time we had a stretch in this building that we imposed our will, and I mean, we got stops. Clay hit some amazing shots. Kept our composure. Draymond, he was playing on that steal. I mean, we just knew if we didn't get it done, we were going home. So it was a big win.
Clay, I know you're a great shooter, and obviously Steph's a great shooter as well, but the shots you were taking tonight, it's like you were barely touching the ball and it was going up. Just describe being in a rhythm like that.
I didn't start off the game right, and I knew we're not going to go far if I'm not being aggressive, and it opened up the floor for everybody. So I was just using my teammates, being patient, believe it or not, and just never letting my confidence away because I'm ineffective when I'm not out there on my shot.
Steph, for the previous 2 games, I could barely hear myself think. Now it's pretty quiet in here. You held up 7 fingers. What do you imagine Game 7 is going to be like now that you got it back home?
It's going to be fun, I know. I said this game was probably the hardest of our lives, but now that we got this under our belt, we can't just assume because we're going home and it's Game 7, we can just show up. We have to bring that same energy, same focus, activity that we had tonight, and take care of business at home. So we got a great opportunity.
Gentlemen, it's been a great series. Thank you for your time. See you in Oakland. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, David. This a classic in Oklahoma City as the Golden State Warriors, who had lost 2 in a row for the first time all season long, make it to set up a dramatic Game 7. Klay Thompson with a playoff career-high 41. He set an NBA playoff record with the 11-3. Steph Curry coming up big in the second half, finished with 29 points. This, a game that will be discussed for the next, at least to Game 7, the next 40 hours or so.
What a series. We fans, we just want more.
All right, thanks to our producer, Scott Cockerell, director Renato Lowe, associate directors Billy Proctor, and Celine Silvers, graphic coordinators Denzel Floyd, Jason Ingram, and JP Jeff Paris, our statistician, Brian Taylor. Again, the final in a thriller. Golden State 108, Oklahoma City 101. Coming up next, it is Inside the NBA, presented by Kia for Chris Webber, Craig Sager, David Aldridge, and the rest of the crew. Marv Albert saying good night from Oklahoma City. Back with you Monday night right here on TNT with Game 7. We'll take a break, and then we'll send it to Ernie Johnson.
20 years ago, I was just a little girl. I didn't know I'd average 20 points. Didn't know I'd have eyes in the back of my head.
I didn't know I would grow to be 6'9".
I didn't know I'd become an all-star.
Didn't know I'd be a nightmare on the wing.
But what I did know is if I could do what they did, I could be a pro. Watch me work.
Special presentation after the game.
5-star reviews.
I'm always asked, why do you have the Chicago Bulls Argyle sock monkey? They always say, why don't you have one? 5 stars.
5 stars. Meditation is about thinking of nothing. 5 stars.
I rock the 0 on my chest just like the best.
5 stars.
For all the basics and so much more, NBAstore.com.
It's
rivals. Shape the culture, get your sculpture. Hang with daggers, raise your swagger. Biggest jumpers, sacred numbers. Make your game bright, get the spotlight. Set the bar high, time to rewrite.
Behold, Little Caesar's deep dish pizza with more cheese. Where did they put it? In the crust. Yes, they added over 3.5 feet of cheese right in the crust. Cheesy crust, cheesy crust. They put it in the crust. It makes something great even better. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. With the cheese in the crust.
Little Caesar's stuffed crust deep dish pizza. Stuffed with over 3.5 feet of cheese. Just $10. Only at Little Caesar. Pizza.
It is an act of cruel beauty, devastating to opponents, defying to fans. Here is Steph Curry, pulling up for three.
Curry kicks a three for the win.
Just one play ignites the NBA app. Video from a variety of angles, plus updated impact on score stats and series. If the NBA app can do all that with just one play, think what it will do with the whole playoffs. Download the free NBA app, the official app of the NBA.
They were down 7 with 5 minutes to play. 5 minutes away from elimination. And now Klay Thompson with an NBA playoff record for three-pointers in a game with 11. And Steph Curry, 29, 10, and 9. Golden State still alive. And the champs go home for Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Man, what a night here in Oklahoma City. Welcome to Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley. Are you believing what you just saw?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. That kid, Klay Thompson, that was ridiculous, man. I know a lot of people don't give Steph a lot of credit for making some shots down the stretch, but without Klay going ballistic, game would never been close. That was one of the best shooting performances I've ever seen.
14 out of 30 on the night, 11 out of 18 from deep for Klay Thompson, who had 41 on the night. Game 7, number 125 in the history of the NBA. Home teams are 124, and Golden State will be home against Oklahoma City on Monday night, and you'll see it here on TNT. Here's the way Game 6 played out here at the Peak. Durant and Westbrook trying to dethrone the champs and move on to the NBA Finals. Oh, good pass.
You know, early on, Russell Westbrook, just his defensive intensity, his offensive presence was super impressive in the first half of the game. He tried to will them to this game right here.
Bad shot after bad shot after bad shot. Can't do that, huh, Chuck?
Cannot do that.
Man.
19 field goal attempts in the first half for Kevin Durant, tailed by Westbrook.
The problem was, Ernie, Golden State really didn't play great in the first half, but they were able to stay in striking distance because of the couple, probably multiple bad shots that were taken by Oklahoma City, particularly Kevin at times. But, you know, this is what we're here for, man.
Yeah.
What a play.
9-point lead on the Steven Adams, like the hesitation dunk. Went up, waiting, and threw it down. Steph Curry got Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, get used to seeing that, boys and girls, all night long.
How do you keep a guy like that? I mean, how do you miss a guy like that 11 times, man?
Well, because there's another guy on his team, number 30, that you have to stay with. Those two guys spread the floor so much, and it's impossible to guard one of them. Steph was out the game when he hit like 5 in a row.
53-48 the halftime score. Here comes Klay Thompson as they begin the third period.
Come on, man. Because you see how connected they are to each other.
Get up on that. Come on, man. You got to know who you're playing against to get up on that.
I tell you what, but this guy gets open the same reason. Because Klay Thompson's out there. And you have to guard them at the hash mark, and you have to stay connected. But
That's a Golden State would take the lead, but here comes OKC again.
OKC, good, great play, but these two guys, you know,
Right there, Jimmy.
man, you can't be at 6:30, hands down. If you got 6:30, it's a bucket.
A game of this magnitude, you gotta know what you're doing, you gotta switch. You gotta be up on it. They're loving it. They're loving it at the Oracle, and Westbrook, unbelievable enough. And one.
I tell you what, man, if you don't like Russell Westbrook, you don't like basketball.
Going to the fourth quarter, 83-75.
Come on, man.
OKC
Come
leading.
on, man. How you let him get that wide open? Well, that wasn't really wide open. That was just open.
And that's waiting to check in. And he's saying, look at
The house is on fire. The house is already on fire. The house is on fire, man.
Come on, man.
It's on fire. The house is on fire. That can't happen.
He's not even thinking about hitting rim at this point. Everything is pure. And then here's Westbrook. Good aggressive move right there. It's 93-87. And then Durant. And so here you have about 5 minutes to play, and you got that 7-point lead.
Yeah, with 3-point shot. Look at this here, man. Come on, man.
House is on fire.
You got to get the family out.
That's the 10th, which sets the record for threes in a game, in a playoff game.
Okay, now let me get back in it. Don't forget about me. Do not forget about me. You can tell at this point they were going to win this game.
Durant,
Come on, man. Top play.
turnover. And back the other way, and it's Curry for three.
You gotta find him in transition. Please.
I see you, Mama.
Okay, I see you, family.
They tied at 99 and then tied at 101. And Iguodala, the defense on Westbrook. Too late, automatic.
Oh, my goodness. Too late. Are you kidding me? Chuck, are you kidding me? I know, man. That was impressive, man, to see this kid do this. You know what? I'm not going to, this is going back when Mark Jackson called me and said that these are the best two shooters that he ever seen in his life. I thought he was exaggerating. Well, these are the best two shooters I've ever seen in my life.
Turnover here as Westbrook dribbles it off his leg and out of bounds.
Ray Allen, I'm sorry, Ray Allen Reed, Reggie Miller, and Larry Bird, but, man, Curry, when you think about Klay Thompson's nickname with Fisherman, well, he got kick and release.
Let's start. I think we all need to take some time and sleep on that. I applaud your effort. I appreciate it. I applaud the effort. Let's go back to the bait shop and bring us back another one. 108, Golden State beats Oklahoma City and avoids elimination. This is just what champions doing what champions do, faced with elimination and forcing a game 7. Let's hear from Steve Kerr.
You just talk about the second half, and especially the fourth quarter, is what enabled your Warriors to be able to come back and take the lead and be able to hold on to it.
Well, obviously, Klay Thompson was ridiculous. I mean, the shooting was some of the most incredible shooting you'll ever see. I mean, I think he set a record for threes. But our defense was fantastic. We kept getting stops and we couldn't get the board, but we stayed with it. And I think we just defended really well and came up with key stops. And then obviously Steph and Klay both were really rolling there in the fourth.
Tim California Mercury's, what are you telling, so let's say just start the fourth quarter, down 8.
Yeah.
Are you just saying just stay in it? What are you telling them at this point when it looks like maybe things aren't going your way?
Yeah, just stay with it. Stay with it. We know how explosive our guards are in particular. And we've got other guys who can knock down threes. And main thing was getting stops and getting rebounds. And we fought hard on the glass tonight, 49-43. It wasn't the debacle that games 3 and 4 were, obviously. So fought hard and made enough stops and got enough rebounds to just give our offense a chance. And both, as I said, both Klay and Steph hit huge shots. Harrison hit a big 3 from the corner. And I thought Andre Iguodala was kind of the unsung hero. His defense throughout the fourth was huge. And then he made that big time lay-in too with a couple minutes to go.
Steve, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. Draymond was playing so well in the third quarter. He picked up fourth, and then the fifth foul was time when he had to come out?
Not really. We were right in it. I wanted to get him a couple of minutes rest anyway, and so it didn't hurt us too badly. You know, the main thing was to if he could stay in the game, not foul out, and so he got his 2.5 minutes rest at the end of the third, and we played him the whole fourth, and he was able to finish the game. I thought he was terrific.
Well, the crowd that has stuck around here for Inside the NBA presented by Kia. We're kind of in the DMZ right now. Over here to my left, we've got this pocket of Golden State fans who have been cheering over here. We got the Oklahoma City contingent still here, and
there go my boy Scissorhands.
Having to deal with, you know, if you're Oklahoma City, as we go to the Coors Light Cold Hard Facts, 63 points from deep, 63-9 in Game 6. And the paint points, look at OKC just dominating the paint, but man, it was the three-point weapon that told the tale on this night for Golden State to stay alive in the series of 4s at Game 7. And in the fourth quarter, no assists for Oklahoma City, 5 turnovers and 6 turnovers as they were outscored 33-18. Chuck, it is one thing to, on February 27th in this building, have Steph Curry hit a 37-footer and beat you in overtime in a game you think you're going to have. It's another when you're this close to going to the NBA Finals and they take it from you here. Now, how do you bounce back from this?
Well, this was, you know, you asked me about Billy Donovan. He's got his work cut out for him. But Ernie,
I missed what you just said.
I says, Ernie asked me
a couple days ago
about what does Billy do different than Scott. I says, well, we'll see when the series is over. He's got his work cut out from a psychological standpoint, to be honest with you. But Ernie, they reverted back to hero ball. They didn't accept the fact that, you know what, we beat the San Antonio Spurs. They won the least assist teams in the regular season. They up at the top in the playoff. They beat the number 2 seed, the San Antonio Spurs. They were up 3-1 on the Golden State Warriors, and in the last 2 games, they reverted. They took all the shots, even though the game was close last night, before. Russell and Kevin took too many shots, and then they came out tonight and did the exact same thing. So they reverted back to hero ball.
You know what the funny thing is? When I was we were coming over to the arena, I wrote 3 things down. I said focus, belief, and trust. Because Game 6 and Game 7, that's what it's about. Because the strategy works, because you've gotten to Game 6. But in the pressure of the moment, will you trust the course, the process, or will you revert back and try to get the product? And what they've done is try to get the product. They're trying to get the win. And instead of saying, you know what, these guys, Waiters has helped me, Cantor has helped me. And I thought Russell Westbrook played a brilliant point guard position. I just thought that Kevin Durant, sometimes when you're great, you're too good because you put too much on your shoulders, and I thought he put too much on his shoulders tonight.
You know, a lot of people think the term superstar means me take all the shots, me score all the points, but the true definition of a superstar is making the ones around you better. 2 things coming to this game, I said in pregame. They can't fall in love with the 3 ball. They did that, and they shot horrible 13%. But Kevin has to know that, yes, he is the man. If your shot is not going, get everybody involved. Let them carry you for a while, then come back to it. He took way too many shots.
Steph did that. He let Clay carry him till the last couple of minutes, and then all of a sudden the defense loosened up a little bit on him, and then all of a sudden he starts hitting shots.
And if you're not playing well, this is one thing you can't do in the closeout game. You can't let the other guy get up. You have to be glued to a guy like Klay Thompson. You can't let that guy get open 11 times. You can't even let him get open 2 times. He got up 11 times, Kenny.
I told you at halftime, I said, I'm not feeling good. I said, I'm not feeling good because they went back to hero ball, and I said, oh, they in trouble.
I mean,
19 fourth quarter points for Klay Thompson.
But if you look at Klay Thompson, well, that wasn't a Freudian slip. Klay Thompson, he's knocking down threes. Because the one thing that you have is once he got going, we've seen him do this before. We've seen him have 50-something points in the game. You know, we've seen 37 in a quarter. We know he has this type of ability. So this is not a super surprise, but in the moment and the magnitude of what this is, to close out, to be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals, say, no, we're going to play one more game, that was impressive.
108-101, the final score. The Western Conference Finals will continue to Cali on Monday.
The fisherman catch and release. Trey Thompson.
His jumper is 7.
More great nicknames still to come on Inside.
And the Eagle refused to die. He's never been a part of my plan. The virus has mutated. Another pandemic. If you won't spread the cure, what the hell are you doing to me? We will. There's a lot to discover in the all-new Kia Sportage. Like Apple CarPlay support, a seamless integration between you, your iPhone, and your car. Read text.
Paul said, bring warm beer.
With it, you're free to discover the smell of the great outdoors, or the scent of fresh, limited edition kicks. Discover the all-new Kia Sportage with available Apple CarPlay support. Discover the new Kia.
Nature has created the best water in history. From a time before we started recording it, bottled at the source, untouched by man. It's Earth's finest water.
Bourbon sauce, and brown sugar bacon, and Angus steak, and a top bun, and a bottom bun. Arby's, we have the meat.
They make you live in the house every day.
Why do we enforce seatbelt laws? Because in real life, you don't get a second chance.
Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. Live from the Western Conference Finals is brought to you by Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA.
Anything has to do with the NBA playoffs, get it at the NBA app. It's the best thing around. Do you have the NBA app, Chuck?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Where do you have it?
On my phone, fool.
Good. Well, just want to make sure you have it right there. Last time there was a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals, Shaq was in it.
Barbecue chicken alert. I don't know if it was barbecue chicken. It was barbecue chicken. Game.
Lakers and the Kings at Arco.
It wasn't no game. That wasn't a game? No, it wasn't a game.
Chris Wicklow was in it too.
Chuck, I remember like that. Watch this one up. All right, watch out. Move, Scott. Get out the way. Oh, look at you, though. Still in the back.
Oh, C-Web. Still hurts C-Web.
20. Underdog. He had 2 assists. He wasn't in the zone passing us that night.
28, almost a triple double for C-Web in a 6-point overtime win. All right, OKC falling here at home with a chance to move on to the NBA Finals. We will have a Game 7. Was Enes Kanter at the locker room? What happened?
I think, I can make a lot of comments about this game, so I don't want to make no comments. I think it's not supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be hard. So I think we just have to go over there. We beat them once. First game, just we can beat them again because I believe that we're a better team than them. Just go over there the 7th game and just go give everything we have.
When Andre Robertson picked up his 5th foul, Klay Thompson seemed to find some open spaces. How big a factor was that?
Andre Robertson is definitely a big part of our having. I think the most important thing, we just have to be a little careful with all these fouls. I think he did a pretty good job tonight.
Moving on, knowing it is the 7th game and that everything is on the line.
It's not supposed to be easy. I said it ain't supposed to be hard. It's a 7-game series. We beat them in the first game. We're gonna go there again, and we're gonna beat them again because I believe that when I say that, I'll be better team than them.
Kanter had some big buckets chance early for this team. Hadn't had a basket since game 3, but
yeah, well, man, Ken was just talking. They don't play them enough. I mean, they have switched up their rotation so much instead of just playing bigger. I think they kind of fall into love with playing smaller. They got them a 3-1 lead. But listen, man, this was all about Klay Thompson and Steph Curry tonight, plain and simple.
Sure, Kenny, coach's question. You think Billy Donovan made a mistake by keeping Roberson out so long, even with the fifth foul? You think he just should have let him play?
No, I think that they lost this game offensively. Yeah, we'll go to Billy.
Yeah, very good. Chuckster. Yeah, Billy Donovan's just sat down. Let's hear it.
First half for us offensively, I really thought we had really good ball movement. I thought we generated some very good looks. We had a tough time, I thought, in the first half making shots. I think it was fortunate for us. I think they probably had some difficulty too making some shots. And then I thought in the fourth quarter, obviously, the performance by Klay Thompson and how well he shot the ball. And then, I felt like we didn't do a great job, coming down the stretch. And I think we've made such great improvements coming down the stretch in terms of just on both offense and defense, of doing a better job of executing, and that really hasn't been us, the last month and a half. And I thought we got a little stagnant coming down the stretch, and I thought us defensively, we were a little bit late. We made some tough shots, and they made some plays. But 7-game series, I'm excited. I think our guys are too about the opportunity to play again.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma, and Billy, particularly the last 2 minutes where you didn't really get a shot. What happened to the offense in those last 2 minutes?
Well, I think a couple times, Barry, we got into some late clock situations. I think on some of the switching, we needed to have better awareness rolling back. I think some guys, when they did switch, had some opportunities to kind of go. We didn't. That happened twice on the side of the bounce plays. And maybe I need to do a better job of explaining that, in the timeouts. But I also thought, like in the half court, I just didn't feel like we ran our offense with the pace and the tempo that we needed to run it. I thought we kind of got into it a little bit slowly. When I say slowly, in terms of we got the ball where it needed to go, but it never really kind of moved from there. And again, I think we've done a good job. I thought we made some really positive strides, but over the last month and a half or since the playoffs started. But I thought we got a little stagnant offensively, no question.
Chuckster, you were just about to make a comment before we rejoined Billy Donovan.
Well, I don't think they lost a game defensively. I mean, Klay just hit some shots, but they lost this game offensively.
I don't think they're excited about Game 7.
I wouldn't be excited
about the chance to play another game.
I wasn't excited about that.
Ernie, we said the same things before. Kenny talked about it. They beat the Spurs. They have 3-1 on Golden State, trusting everybody. But the last 2 games, they went back to hero ball, and it cost them greatly.
So the question now is, are they morally defeated, or do they go back, watch this, be upset?
Well, you give us the answer. Yeah. How do you avoid that?
Well, simple. You definitely got to trust others. Kevin Durant definitely has to play a whole lot better. Not a little bit better, a whole lot better. Klay Thompson better. And you have to trust the guys, and they can't wait for the 3 ball to go in so much. Game 7, you got to attack. Same as Golden State did tonight. You got to keep it close. Wean the crowd out, and then at the end, make it move at the end. But you got to play smart at the end. Easier said than done. I know.
Look, I've been blessed to be in that position with a team. The confidence that you have right now. First of all, Steph Curry shoots from the tunnel in Golden State as a warm-up.
Yeah.
So their confidence is higher at home for sure. I think the one thing that you would say is Ernie, all right, they've been in this environment with their back against the wall twice, and they've come out victorious. So they know how to play in a comfort zone in that environment. Every man, not just Klay and Steph, where this will be the first time that the Oklahoma City Thunder will be in this environment. So how will they react? Because they didn't react well tonight. So we have to see now how they will react inside of it. That's all Game 6 and 7 about. It's not about the strategy. How are you going to react in these moments?
I think that
I've been in the NBA for 30 years, and people talk about championships and great players. Ernie, the great players, they don't always make the final shot. I lost to Michael Jordan, the greatest player ever, on a Paxson. I remember Steve Kerr hit some shots against the Utah Jazz. Mario Elie beat us. Kenny beat me in 94, 95. I mean, yeah, I think sometimes when you're there, you gotta trust the others. You gotta trust others. Like Harrison Barnes hit a big three tonight. Iguodala made a couple big plays, and Billy said it. I thought we were past this point. Billy said it. He didn't want to throw anybody on the bus. He says, I thought we got a little stacked offensively. He said, I thought in the last 6 weeks we'd gotten away from that. But as we always say, your flaws show up under pressure.
Points off turnovers in this game. First half, OKC 12-0. Second half, Golden State 19-4. And Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and the champs are still alive and kicking and going home for Game 7.
What would we be without our mountains? Without the things that stand in our way, that make us better? At Coors, our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. Lagered, filtered, and packaged cold. Our mountains make us who we are. Your mountains make you who you are. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
We are redefining and reimagining what it means to deliver. Because to us, why deliver when you can over-deliver? So we've engineered a car with a warming oven heated up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Introducing the 2016 Domino's DXP. Order 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for $5.99 each and learn more about the DXP at Domino's.com.
Getting ready. It's a challenge, but there's always a smart solution, like Philips Norelco shavers. 72 rotating blades, 151,000 cuts a minute to catch even the last hair standing, so you can be your best you. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco. Try the Philips Norelco Shaver 5000, voted best grooming tool by Men's Health.
Oh my God, Mary, did you see the all-new Chrysler Pacifica? I heard it has stow-and-go seating. Whoever drives it must be really handsome and let's get some froey. Yo. Really? Why don't we also go and get some salads, Cobb salads? That's what a Tad Brand's about.
Current owners or lessees of FCA vehicles can finance and get $2,000 total cash allowance on the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. From the studio that brought you Heaven is for Real and War Room.
The frightened Jim being wrong. I dream eternity on it.
Comes Risen, the best film about the life of Jesus.
It's empty. Let me investigate.
Since the Passion of the Christ.
Show me the Messiah.
He's right here. Open your heart and see.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Risen, now on demand.
Steve Kerr, Golden State Warriors, heading back home for Game 7. You're winning 108, now 101. You'll hear from Draymond Green when we come back.
There is a family in London that desperately needs our help.
Cases, please trust me.
There has never been a family that we refuse to help. We don't run from fights.
This one's different. I had a vision of your dad.
She needs our help.
The Conjuring 2, rated R. There's a lot to discover in the all-new Kia Sportage. Like Apple CarPlay support, a seamless integration between you, your iPhone, and your car. Read text.
Paul said, bring warm gear.
With it, you're free to discover the smell of the great outdoors, or the scent of fresh, limited edition kicks. Discover the all-new Kia Sportage with available Apple CarPlay support. Discover the new Kia.
Trick me. Ah! The hell are these things?
Wrecked. Stay tuned for a special presentation after the game.
Fire torpedoes!
This Memorial Day, binge on the entire second season of The Last Ship. The Last Ship Meaningless Marathon, Memorial Day, beginning at 7 on TNT. I and 5 members of my crew are prisoners of war.
If you won't spread the cure, my president wishes you to know that we will. I have real concerns about the new president.
There is something bigger going on here.
Get down!
Soon it'll be over. It's not over till we're dead.
You're in this family now. You're going to be seeing things that need to stay in this family. Kiss your mother goodnight. Beautiful boy. Kiss your mother goodnight.
Back here on Inside, last 4:40 of Game 6. OKC outscored 16-4. They go 1 out of 5. That was a Robertson follow. They missed their only 3. They turned the ball over 6 times. Wow. For 10 Golden State points in the last 4:40. And the series is tied at 3 games apiece. Heading back to the Bay Area for Game 7. Here's Draymond Green.
We knew we got ourselves into it after game 4. We said, hey, we down, but we're not out. And if we want to win this, it's going to be a battle. Every game's going to be a battle. Game 5 was a battle. This was a war. I mean, and, you know, we continued to fight. We gave ourselves a chance at the game. And eventually, our guys, they knocked down some shots for us.
Just stay in it until they start making those shots.
You know, we defended well. I think at halftime, KD had 19 shots or something like that, and he had 16 points. That's defending. That's just battling. Obviously, the shots weren't really falling early, but you know, we didn't turn the ball over too much. We still had some that we shouldn't have had, but we gave ourselves a chance, and that's the most important thing is against a team like this, especially in this environment. You got to give yourself a chance. Game 3 and 4, we lost the game in the second quarter. We gave ourselves a chance tonight.
Steven, you guys had the lead for most of the game, but they kept coming back. Why was it so difficult to defend the threes tonight?
Just miscommunication on most of them. That's what it came down to. Just shied away from our game plan and trying to be on the same page. I guess their connection wasn't there. So obviously, with a team like this, you make a mistake, they got out punishing you for it.
In the offensive end, do you think Kevin Durant maybe tried to do too much tonight?
No. That's the whole point. to be aggressive as he can, and us as a team support him and trust him and us with any decision. So we give them that freedom, and hopefully make a play, and we could do the best we can to put them in the situations that they need to be in.
You know, we haven't talked about it in a while and haven't had to talk about it in a while because in the regular season, you know how many times, 14 times they had lost leads when they had taken a lead to the fourth quarter. They seem to have righted that ship. They were 8-1 in the postseason, leading going to the fourth. But here it comes back up at the worst possible time as they blow a fourth quarter lead tonight.
Yeah, again, it's all about in moments of pressure, can you still stay consistent? Or do you get out of character? It is not, the game plan is already set. They've been the better team up until the last game, really. They've been the better team. But in the moments of pressure, guys decided to do things differently. It was a mental breakdown. It wasn't nothing to do with anything else. They just decided that I'm not going to trust that my teammate's going to be here.
I want to do it by myself. I want to be the hero.
Or now I've done it too much. Now I'm going to pass up some shots that I should have and not be aggressive.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But when you're in the moments of pressure and you see guys, this is what to me the greatest players that I've seen play, the greatest teams. That's consistent. They're a consistency of style of play, and that's what Golden State did tonight. There was a consistency, and then they got hot, and then they started hitting tough shots, and then all of a sudden the barn was open, and the house was on fire.
But I told you at halftime, I said, they're in trouble because when Kenneth just said something interesting, and we were talking about
the barn was open and the house was on fire?
Like, when you
was interesting.
Russell Westbrook has to play one way, full speed. That's what makes him a great player.
Yeah.
When Kevin went 6 for 20, he had to say like, "Oh, am I shooting too much?" And then you kind of go the other way. And this was a very frustrating game. I could tell, like I said, I told y'all at halftime, they're in trouble because they should have been up a lot. They should have been up 8 to 10 points.
Golden State wasn't playing that well, wasn't shooting the ball well. Curry hadn't gotten off at all.
And this is, and like you said, the thing is, this is just a decision. I don't know. Should I take the decision? If this is the decision, it's not about whether he has the ability to drop it off. He's had nights where he's made some of these shots, but the decision today and how they got to where they were, they changed up. That's it. It's not like he can't make some of these shots.
Yeah, but you're not going to
survive. He's not making them.
Yeah, I mean, when you come out and take the first 6 shots, you go 2 for 6. You're not having a good night. You ain't on. Now it's time to involve other people. And we had said that before the game. It was going to be, go back to the last game, Ernie. Spates, Bogut, all those guys. Oklahoma City didn't do that. They didn't get those other guys involved.
That's exactly what you said in the pregame show. You said, here you are. You're a star, and you're at home. Your mindset would be, I know I'm going to be okay. I want to get these guys going and feeling good before but that's not the case tonight. In Game 6, 108-101. The final score, Game 7 coming up Monday on TNT.
We are the Coors Brewing Company, and our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. A beer proud enough to wear our name in big, red, scripted letters. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
One day, a rider made a decision. The decision to ride on, save money. He decided to save money by switching his motorcycle insurance to Geico
emotional game. Emotionally, what was missing coming down the stretch?
Nothing emotional.
What's the level of excitement right now in that locker room to play Game 7?
We know we got another game to play. We're excited about that. We get another opportunity, and we can't hang our heads. We got another game to play, so it's pretty hot right now.
Anthony said with Oklahoma, and how much of it, you said they got hot hungry, how much of that was just them getting hot, how much of it was you guys losing defensively?
I thought we did a good job of contesting threes. Thompson had some tough ones over hands. Curry had some tough ones over hands, so that's what they do. But you gotta live with some of those. They made some tough ones, and they got out in transition to get threes too. So I thought we played extremely hard. They shot 41% from the floor. They made 21 threes.
Either one of you guys were up 5 at halftime. Did it feel like it should have been more? It kind of seemed like you outplayed them by more than that.
It was up 5. We felt comfortable with our lead. We know we could have played better, especially in the first half. But I think we even started the third better than they did, so which was great. But what didn't come out with the win.
Myron Pat Box, does it help that you got the game so close, or would you like to have more time to kind of correct some things and practice things of that nature?
So it's the 7th game of the series. We know exactly what they do. They know exactly what we do. So it's just a matter of who wants them more. And I think both teams went out there and played extremely hard. They made more shots than we did, and especially from the 3, So that was the name of the game tonight.
21 threes for Golden State, 3 from Oklahoma City. What are you laughing at? There will be a Game 7.
I got a stat to give y'all.
Okay, what's that?
Russell and Kevin missed 38 shots. The rest of the team shot 32.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's Chocolatics for you.
All I can say is it's that time.
It's time for
DJ's Nino Saturday Night.
Presented by No One.
All right. We got somebody to send fishing.
Yeah. Great year, Toronto Raptors. I thought these shirts were going to fly off the racks in the NBA store, but I don't know. Them Golden State shirts might go down.
Oh, so that's the...
oh, yeah, this is the OKC one.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Keep it close by.
So, the Raptors fishing trip. Where did you take the Raptors on a fishing expedition?
We went up in the weekend? Yeah, we went to have everybody up there. Everybody. There goes Justin Bieber.
Starters in the back.
There goes Justin Bieber.
What's up with the starters? They didn't catch any fish?
No, man. They're in Atlanta, the ATLians right now. They're not even welcome across the border anymore.
What are those fish, by the way?
Oh, that's salmon. Shout out to Dwayne Case. A great year, Dwayne. Great game plan, Dwayne. Just a little short, not enough time. Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
My favorite city. I'll see y'all this summer for the Hockey World Cup.
Okay, the Hockey World
Cup. Okay. I'm going to the World Cup in September.
Are you really?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that'll be fun.
We're going to come up there. We're going to smack those Canadians right in the United States. Going to smack them in the face.
So, Game 7, Monday, who you got?
Come on. You don't even ask that question, man.
Game 7, Monday, who you got?
Let me tell you something, Eddie. It's going to be a non-burner in OKC.
No, it's going to be in Oakland.
We're going back to Cali, Eddie.
You're out of your mind. Thanks for watching, y'all. And what a series. It's going to go the distance. We'll be there on Monday for Game 7.
One time, Ernie.
Fire Marshal Ernie.
From the peak. And all of us, Ernie Johnson. See you Monday.
Oh my God, that is hot. That is hot pasta. This is all over the place. I spilled hot pasta. I got it on your shirt and your pants. Can we get some help over here? I spilled it on what's your name, Scott? It's on the wall. Can we get somebody?
Sleeping pill? Oh, I've been slamming this wine, so 2?
Yes, please.
Todd, your snacks are not in here.
Are you even looking?
I just need some peanuts.
Man, I can't wait to get drunk.
You're already drunk.
I can't wait to get drunker.
I know it's Milwaukee. I love it.
know my Superman? And let me tell you something, Arthur. Google's shitting their pants right now. Google Glass? We're like Google ass. I didn't get a bag of nuts. Are you busy? What's up?
Shit!
Owen?
Yeah.
Hi, Chief.
Hi. Did you not hear the call button, or?
Oh my god, no, do they?
Do you know why you're a terrible flight attendant, Owen?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because you don't care about people. You don't let people in. All of these people, they look to us. That call button, it's a call to action. Okay? You need to connect with these people.
Well, I need to clean up after these people.
I need you to connect with at least one person before this flight is over. Can you do that? Can you do that for me, Owen?
Yes, I can, Rosie.
Great. Now, there's a great big fat man in 7D. He just spilled a whole bunch of hot pasta right in his lap. I'm gonna need you to go clean that up.
Oh, I got hot pasta. Yeah, so I've been working for my dad. Can I really level with you, Owen? What I really want to be is a cop, helping people, gun in my hand, firing it in the air, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, what was your question again?
Can I get you a hot towel?
Is that normal?
No, yeah, it is. It happens.
Whew, cool. Because I was about to freak. That guy's handsome.
Was he like 6'5" or something?
Let's come over here. Everybody look cool.
Let's go. Look.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. What am I, code?
Sorry, guys.